K6 of Rule 11, I move that the committee subpoena the CEOs of 4 banks, JP Morgan, that's Jamie Dimon, Bank of New York Mellon, Robin Vince, Bank of America, Brian Moynihan, and Deutsche Bank, Christian Sewing, in order to get the suspicious transaction reports. These 4 banks have flagged to the government $1.5 billion in suspicious transactions related to the sex trafficking crimes and conspiracy of Epstein, Maxwell, and all of their collaborators. And as you know, Mr. Chairman, we got the SARS reports for Hunter Biden totaling around $20 million. And so these $1.5 billion in SARS reports we should get, especially since the director doesn't seem to be forthcoming. And I request that we do this immediately.
I think the director's been very forthcoming. We will hold any motion to subpoena in abeyance until the conclusion of the hearing. The chair now recognizes the gentleman from Texas.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Director Patel, for being here. It is quite clear that certain members of this committee, they want their 15 seconds on TV stamping and coming. Maybe it's for fundraising. Maybe they're struggling in their district. They need a little bump. But they turn a committee into a clown show, and that's what we're seeing. You're being unjustly attacked today. I watched the Senate hearings yesterday. You were attacked there. We know there's an agenda. There's always an agenda. It's the same characters with the same personalities, the same objective, and that is destroy the mega movement. You're being attacked, Director, is because you're effective. You highlighted what you've been doing in DC with the president and reducing violent crime. You're very effective. Another individual that was very effective with meaningful debate and dialogue was Charlie Kirk. And they killed him for it. Charlie Kirk was a man of faith. First and foremost, he loved his Lord Jesus. He loved his family. Beautiful wife, beautiful children. Just a remarkable, honorable man that was silenced with this assassin's bullet. I would say if Charlie Kirk lived in the biblical times, he'd have been the 13th disciple. He'd have been the 13th disciple. We have a new committee. If you're not aware, a new select committee regarding January 6th. I'm honored to be on that committee. I'm looking forward to working with other members to expose truth, questioning federal agencies that were involved on January 6th, like the FBI, played a role, but we don't really know, Director, to what extent. We don't know. The January 6th sham committee was not formed by Nancy Pelosi to seek truth. It was nothing about getting to the truth about January 6th. Their sole mission was to damage Donald J. Trump and end his political career. And everybody knows it. That's what the purpose was. You know what's nice? So I kind of get to ask the question, though. How did that work out for you? Donald J. Trump is back in the White House, and America loves him. I spent 30 years in law enforcement, retired sheriff from a large county in the great state of Texas. I have seen, Director, I've seen more enthusiasm and support for law enforcement today because of what you and Donald Trump have done over the last 8 months to protect the American people. The American people couldn't count on their government to protect them. Crime is rampant. And now we have a president and an administration that puts the American people and their safety first. It's interesting, a few minutes ago, a classmate reached out to me and sent me I told him, I said, yes, we got Director Patel in front of our committee today. And Andy Kane wanted me to tell you, he said, quote, tell him we love him. Tell him we love him and all the brave warriors exposing the deep state. Cash, you're a great American, sir. You're a great American. Your work as the director of the FBI is commendable. It's commendable. And I want to thank you, sir. Thank you for your service. Keep up the good fight, brother. Don't let him tear you down. Keep up that good fight. You have it in you. With that, sir, I yield back.
Gentleman, yield to me. Director Patel, there were 26, the gentleman mentioned the select committee, there were 26 confidential human sources at the Capitol on January 6, 2021. 4 entered the Capitol and thereby broke the law. Do you know if those individuals were being paid by the Ray FBI? So
Folks, here's what went down in this clip. The hearing starts with Representative Jamie Raskin making a motion. He wants CEOs of 4 major banks, including Bank of America and Deutsche Bank, to testify about $1.5 billion in suspicious Epstein-related transactions. Basically, Raskin is saying, let's see the money trail. Then Representative Troy Nehls from Texas takes the mic, and his tone is completely different. He's not questioning or attacking. He's defending FBI Director Patel and praising him hard. Nehls accuses some committee members of turning hearings into a clown show for TV time and fundraising. He says Patel is being unfairly attacked just because of political agendas, mainly, in his words, to destroy the MAGA movement. Then Nehls takes a passionate turn, talking about Charlie Kirk, calling him a man of faith who was silenced by an assassin's bullet. That's a heavy moment. He's clearly emotional about it. He moves on to say he's part of a new January 6th committee, and he believes the old one under Nancy Pelosi was just to hurt Donald Trump politically. He then declares that Trump is back in the White House and praises both Trump and Patel for protecting the American people and restoring law enforcement respect. He ends by calling Patel a great American and encourages him to keep up the good fight. So overall, it's not a questioning. It's a full-on endorsement and morale boost for the director. Wow, that was something. You don't often see a congressman turn a hearing into a pep rally, but Troy Nehls did just that. I mean, he came in guns blazing, not to grill the witness, but to defend him like a brother in arms. What really stood out was the tone shift. After all the intense questioning and other clips, here we've got someone saying, "You're doing great, ignore the noise." It's almost cinematic. The Charlie Kirk reference definitely caught me off guard. Whether you agree with Nehls or not, you can tell he's coming from a deeply emotional place, part political, part personal, part faith-driven. And when he said, "Trump is back in the White House," that line felt more symbolic, like a victory cry for his movement, even though it's not technically true, as of now. But hey, that's politics. Passion first, facts sometimes later. Here's what I take from this. Politics is emotional theater, but somewhere inside all the cheering and finger-pointing, we've got to stay focused on truth and accountability. Support your leaders, sure, but never stop asking questions, even of the ones you admire most. That's how democracy stays healthy. All right, team. What did you think of Nehls' fiery speech? Was it powerful and patriotic, or too much cheerleading for comfort? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that for more straight-shooting reactions, right here on my Shock Filer, where we break it down, keep it real, and always follow the facts.